Hey, girl, you trying to hit this?
You know exactly what I need.
Okay.
Happy New Year
To you.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year
To ya.
Mr. President.
Oh, okay, Marilyn.
We just wanted to sing for you guys a little bit.
Sing you a little ditty, a little shanty,
Yeah.
you know, get you in the mood.
Yeah. Get me in the mood. I feel like I'm always in the mood.
Yeah.
Until I'm not. And then I'm like, don't fucking look at me. Don't touch me. Don't even put your energy near me.
Stay out of my zone. Okay, speaking of zones, I will be running for president in 2024. Is that what it is? Yeah. I will be running for president in 2024. My platform is abolish time zones.
Oh.
That's it. That's my only issue.
Yes.
Because I don't understand time zones.
I hate it.
I really don't.
We travel too much to have time zones.
I completely agree. And obviously the world revolves around our travel schedules. So get with the program, America.
Get with it, Joe Byron. Okay? What do you want to hear? What do you want to tell Joe Byron right now?
Sup, baby? Take me out to dinner.
No, say, sup, baby. Abolish the time zone.
Oh. Sup, baby? Abolish the time zones.
Oh. If I could say something to Joe Byron right now, I would say, you've done your time. You done good, kid. Just let go.
I feel like he needs to pass a bill.
He needs to just pass away.
Oh, my God. And then we go to Kamala.
Oh, God, never mind.
But we pass a bill that, like, lowers the age of presidents. It has to be, you can't be older than 55. I feel like that's like
I think 65. But 65 is, there's a young 65-year-olds.
Jim Carrey turned 60 this year.
Exactly.
Who's Jim? Oh, yeah, that guy.
Who's
Jim Carrey? We're on a comedy podcast, Emily.
I know who he is. I like his face.
Does Jim Carrey smoke weed?
Does he like...
Oh, yeah. Jim Carrey is
Really?
a huge psychedelic head. I
Fuck
think.
I know he
Yeah.
does psychedelics, and that's
Yeah.
why I feel like he's super into art and shit, and it's very spiritual.
Yeah.
I just want to smoke with Seth Rogen and make pottery.
I would love to smoke with Jim Carrey and talk about The Matrix, because he definitely believes in it.
100%. When you reach that level of success, you stop believing in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, this doesn't exist. What is this?
Also, time is a construct.
Yeah, but it also helps to feel that way when you have money. So
It's easier to investigate like philosophical shit when you don't have to work.
yeah.
There's a theory that Jim Carrey took LSD on his episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Oh.
There's a scene where he pulls out a little dropper, you know, that looks like what people microdose LSD with.
Yeah.
And he pulls it out and he goes to put it in his coffee and he looks at Jerry and he goes, "This is how I keep things interesting." And then the episode ends with him going to his painting studio.
That's great.
Shit. I love that.
I watched what was that show growing up, like 100 of the Worst Ways to Die? Do you remember that?
Oh, God. Yeah.
And there was one where these kids took LSD and then they thought the swimming pool was full, but it was empty. So they jumped into the swimming pool and literally just splatted like pancakes.
That's like,
And that's why you need a babysitter.
Yeah.
When you do psychedelics, get a babysitter.
Because one time, if you listen to our first episode, Emily and I didn't have a babysitter, and I had a psychotic break, and we murdered our cats.
Yeah. Go listen to the episode.
Go listen to the episode. Pete is coming for us.
literally murdered the cat.
Are you new here? Yeah.
People could take things way out of context with us, and it'd be bad. One of the ways, though, that I've like, when you just said that show, immediately my brain went to, I remember the colors, the image, how they zoomed in and told the story.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It was so 2000s.
oh yeah, everything. But a guy was drunk and he took his dick out and he peed on a fence, except it was an electrical fence, and it shocked him through his pee, and then he died.
Oh, no.
Yeah, careful, guys. Careful where you pee because you never know. You might die.
That is very true. Wait, I watched one about like the Mad Hatter, and the reason why the Mad Hatter is like now a thing is because they used to make hats out of mercury. They would use mercury for the hats somehow. So they would lick their paintbrush and then go in with the mercury and keep licking it, I think. So they were
What?
poisoning themselves slowly with mercury, and they would go crazy. So that's like,
That makes sense.
it's wild.
Wow.
You know what's crazy is Freddie Mercury also died from licking too much.
Oh, I love Freddie Mercury.
Get it?
Is it bad that I don't know how he died or anything you're
He had
talking
AIDS.
about? Okay, I thought it was AIDS.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
didn't tell anyone until, other than his like trusted people, until like he was literally about to die.
So was he just fucking people?
No, like he didn't tell the public.
Oh.
Yeah. He had like a committed partner by that point.
If I got AIDS, I'd be like, sorry, Mr. Robotongue. You're in it to win it.
Well, now they have antiretrovirals that you can take, and it's not transmissible at all.
Really?
Yeah, because HIV is what you get first, and then it can progress into AIDS. But we've come to a point, if you get diagnosed, you can just...
Well, they have that with herpes, too.
Yeah.
Like, I remember my friend in college had herpes, and she would just fuck everyone and not tell them. And I was like, that's fucked. And so, like, in private, and this is so bad, but I would tell the guys, especially if they were my friends, if they were people I knew, I'd literally be like, she has herpes. Like, I love you. But, like, she's not telling you, and that's where the issue is. You know what I mean? And she was a slut. Like, God, yo, I loved it. I'm not even saying it in a bad way, but like she was fucking dudes, like a lot, and
Go,
not
girl.
telling them.
But you have
the
to
whole
tell people.
school.
Because it's literally a consent issue.
It's a consent issue. And then, but she was like, I don't have to tell them when I'm not shedding, is what she referred it to it as, which kind of freaked me out. But
Disgusting.
well, we can't call
Miggy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll cut that
Some
out. We'll
people
cut that.
probably listening have herpes, and you know what? If you have it,
65% of the U.S. population has herpes.
Yeah.
Is it literally called shedding though? Or is it
I don't.
something she
That's
made
what I'm
up?
saying. That term
The
freaked me
term.
out. The term freaked me out.
Like the word moist.
Yeah. Like I'm not shedding. I'm like, ugh. Yeah. But no, if she's not an open breakout, you can't. And she takes medication. It like doesn't. It's not like as transferable. But I was like, still, they deserve to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Because they could be drunk and not take a precaution and not know or like whatever, and that's just not fair.
No,
I only
it's
told
not.
like 3 people, and it was because they were like my good guy friends, and they were about to fuck her because I hung out with her, and they'd be like, "She's so hot," which she was. She was super hot, like, you know. And I had to tell them.
I think that's wise.
And then I told all my guy friends, and he was livid. He was so mad that he was about to blow up on her. I'm like, dude, she's my friend. I'm just telling you for your safety. I don't want to make a scene out of it.
yeah.
Like,
Don't make it a thing.
you're welcome. I said something. Now cover
now you
my
have
ass.
informed consent. Yeah. Like they know everything.
Yeah.
It's their choice what they do with it.
I like used to judge, I guess, about that because I never wanted herpes. But I found like my friend, she was a virgin, and literally the guy who she lost it to like lied to her, and the first time she had sex, she got herpes. And then my other friend was sexually assaulted and got herpes. And
You can
then
also get it as a baby. Like
your
if you
then
kiss
we
babies
met
and
that
you have
guy on the
herpes-
trip at the Just for Laughs comedy festival.
Yes, he had herpes.
He had herpes because his mom gave it to him when like she was pregnant. He's had it his whole life. And so, you know, it's if you got it, you got it. Just, you know, and I totally understand how hard it is to like talk about that, and it's uncomfortable, and you don't want people to look at you differently, and some people are shitty and they will, but you will be able to find people who don't care. It's like HPV is like the same thing now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like HPV is so prevalent. Like everyone has. It's almost like, oh, you don't have HPV?
oh shit. I'm sorry. Do I need to like
I'll know when I
get
go
with
to
it?
the gyno in 2 weeks from now. But yeah,
Yeah, I should probably
I'm gonna
go
go
to the gyno.
I'm gonna get a full STD thing. I don't know if the gyno takes blood work though for STDs.
I do that at my physical normally.
Well, I don't
They
have a
just test me
doctor
for
yet.
everything.
Yeah, so I have to do that.
I'm sure
But-
your gyno could do that too.
Yeah.
I still haven't had a speculum shoved up in me.
You never had a pap smear?
Never.
Don't get high when you do it. Because
Oh,
you'll
no.
feel it all.
Well,
It's cold. They use sometimes a metal duckbill, and they're like, hold on. And then you put your legs up in stirrups like this.
yeah, no, somebody tried to do it to me and I literally started screaming and she stopped. I was like, no, this is not for me. Because I came in for a UTI when I got a UTI and BV at the same time
Oh, man.
over the pandemic. And I was like, I already know what I have. I just need you to give me the medication to get rid of this shit.
I hate when doctors are like, well, let's check. And it's like, you don't think I know my body by now?
Let's not check, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just give me some pills and let me get out of here. Let me get on my merry little way.
Literally.
Well, okay. So, I mean, the past couple of weeks, we took a much needed break. I know some of people were messaging us
Which was sweet.
which is sweet that they were missing the episodes and what we were doing. Someone did leave us a review and said we've been slacking. But in reality, to you, it seems like we're slacking because we're not doing that. But we put out an announcement saying we wouldn't be recording for a couple of weeks because what we're trying to do is we're trying to prepare for this year. We want to make this podcast
The best it can be.
and radio show like the best it can be. Yeah. And everything happened so fast. We were just like tripping over ourselves, like running and trying to get shit together. And it's been a shit show. So it's like, for some people complaining, you have no idea what it takes to put into a podcast to make it work. And it's more than just sitting here
and shooting the shit.
we have literally probably $5,000 worth of equipment around us. Minimum. If not more, right? More? Yeah. Like maybe
This is
5 to 10 grand.
$2,500. Yeah.
Each.
So that's already $5K.
That's each. That's $5K.
That's already $5K.
These lights were for like $300.
The mics,
The computers,
mixer, everything.
$500 mixer, $250 mics. Then you have to show it. We have a producer.
Shout out to Miggy.
Shout out to Miggy, who we pay and like is here. We have all of the episodes to come up with, the content, the editing, the syncing, the fixing our computers when we're out of storage and having to buy hard drives.
Oh my God.
The getting to some place and having none of your equipment work or anything, and you're stuck in with no Wi-Fi and have no way to record or anything like that.
No. So it's literally a full-time job. A lot of podcasts, I feel like, do like a 10 to 20 episode season and then stop for a while.
Exactly.
But we've pretty much been continuous and we're going to keep being continuous. So it's just like we needed to take that break to really reset and reconfigure everything so that we're not.
And we have we have Joey and Maggie and us four. We're doing it all on our own, and we have no idea what we're doing, and we're just trying to figure it out.
I think we're killing it.
I think we are too.
I'm very proud of, the team.
But also, I just needed to like clear my mind when like I have been putting my face and myself and my energy on the internet everywhere, and I just like literally needed to be in hermit mode, recollect, refine like out what my why was. Like, why am I doing this? What's the purpose? Do I like what I'm giving to the world, and am I helping people and all that stuff? And when you're just go and things are happening left and right and you're getting these opportunities and you're meeting people, it's really easy to get lost in that.
And believe me, we do not want to be slacking.
No.
Just as much as you don't want to hear us slacking.
Yeah.
So we're bringing it.
So we took a much needed rest, recharged. I literally feel ready to go. I took some nootropics, which help your brain apparently. And
we'll
honestly,
test these out.
It feels like I took an Adderall for the second day in a row.
That's good.
I haven't taken an Adderall. I've been in that seasonal depression shit.
Yeah. Also, the period of time between Christmas and New Year's is not real.
It's not real. It doesn't exist.
No, it's literally a limbo. Like everybody's off their schedules. Everything is in flux and stressful, and
You go from Thanksgiving and eating like the best food. And then you go to holidays with your family. Holiday prep. Let's not even talk about the emotional weight of
financial.
holiday. Yeah, emotional and financial weight of holiday prep. And then you have to face the holidays, which could be triggering. You could be with like shitty family members, or you could eat a shit ton of food, or it could just be a very stressful time.
Or everything at once.
Or all of it. And then you're just like not going to the gym as much. You're not in your routine because you're traveling, and
It can be a lot.
It's a lot. So we know that you want the podcast to get you through that. So we needed to take the mental time so that we can figure out how we stay consistent.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we have been late on like episodes uploading, like on Tuesdays, like if it's like later in that day. And that literally has been, we have faced so many like technical difficulties where things wouldn't load. It was one time one episode took like 25 hours to fucking just to download before we edit it, had to re-download and then upload. It took that like much time because we were shooting in 4K trying to make higher quality content. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into the background of it.
There's a lot behind the scenes that we try not to show.
Yes.
Maybe we could talk more about like starting a podcast, all the work that goes into it.
Yeah. If you want that to be an episode, let us know for sure. I think Emily and I are telepathic. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put a thought into you. Let's hold hands, I feel like.
My hands are clammy.
I know. Okay, I'm going to think of something and then you have to tell me.
Are you telling me?
Yeah.
There's nothing in my brain.
It's a food.
Pizza rolls.
I did initially say pizza in my head and then I
But
switched
it was
it to
tacos.
It was tacos. How'd you know
Holy
that?
shit.
Guys, I'm part of this team too.
Wait, that was really
Yeah,
like
Wait, it was tacos.
Yeah.
Initially, I said pizza, and I go, no, that's so easy. Everyone says pizza, and I go, tacos.
Damn.
And I was
Yeah.
just sending tacos.
I
That's
got tacos right away.
That's an
Really?
affirming moment.
See, we're telepathic. We're all
Yeah.
connected.
We're all here.
Because you said clammy hands, and I started to think, why are my hands always clammy? And I think we connected there. I was like, oh, okay.
We're clammy.
And I got in the way. I intercepted your thought.
I feel like we are always clammy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys are clammy.
Like, I'm wet right now. You could probably see it glisten.
Wait, guys, I have to pee.
okay.
Oh, talk about being clammy.
I'm so sorry.
And being wet.
It's okay.
Wait, I saw somebody on TikTok who got permanent lash liner, but it makes your lashes look fuller. It doesn't look like eyeliner. It's like a thin line, and it looked so good on her. I was like, holy shit, I would do that.
Well, my biology teacher in like 9th grade had permanent. She got her eyeliner underneath
That's
tattooed.
so bad. So bad.
I loved her, but I hated the tattoo.
Oh. It's like if you're going to do permanent cosmetic, you gotta really do your research.
Candy bacon is good.
It's not Grisby bacon, sadly.
No. All right.
What up, Miggy?
Do we have anything left to recap on?
You guys had an intruder knock at your door.
Oh, shit.
And I was so scared for you.
You sound sarcastic, but like I see your face and he's like, I was very scared
It's
for
just
you.
my voice.
Okay, so Emily and I, we have our friend Landon over who was on the previous episode.
Holy shit, this was crazy. Oh my god. So we're literally recording the podcast on
No, it was
Jamie's
after.
bed.
I think
It was after?
I think it was when we were in bed watching a movie.
Oh shit.
So all three of us are in bed watching.
we were just snuggled up. It was cute.
Yeah, it was our first time hanging out with Landon, like since we met him.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, let's go watch a movie.
It was so sweet. I had a fun time.
Me too. So we're in bed. It's like after we recorded a podcast. It's like 10:30ish. I think. Like
it was
almost
pretty
11
late.
on a Sunday night, and we hear like loud bang, and I'm like at our door, and I'm like, I look up and I'm like, did we order DoorDash? Like, did I like order a GoPuff? Because sometimes I get high and I just like order snacks. Like,
We were very high. We were like 5 blunts in.
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck. And then we all of us just jump out of bed.
And we literally run to the door. Jamie looks out the people. I lock the door because I realized we had left it unlocked after we got our DoorDash earlier. And I was like, fuck.
Wait,
fuck,
you
fuck.
locked it after I said this? I looked at the peephole and someone's finger was covering the peephole.
And I panicked. I was like, ah!
I go, someone's covering our peephole. They don't want us to see who it is. And then Emily looks down and she's like, the guy literally goes, you know why I'm here. Open up.
I was like, I don't know
I
why.
don't know why. So then Emily locks the door and we just like watch. And then finally he steps away. It's like a guy in his 50s, bald, heavy set. Fucking.
He was in like a grimy t-shirt, like gray with like holes in it.
Yeah.
It was an interesting outfit.
He stays there for what, 15 minutes?
Definitely.
Like,
we're like frantically calling
the front
security.
desk.
They're not
fucking
answering.
So he's banging on our door over. He keeps saying like, you know why I'm here? Like, don't fuck around. Like all of this stuff. And we're literally like, what did we do?
And I was like looking around for shit I could hit him with. I grabbed the broom because I'm like, I'm just going to beat the shit out of this guy. Like, what the fuck?
And we didn't want to open the door because we were like, I don't know.
I was scared he would bust through.
I know. And so he just stood there and just kept knocking and wouldn't leave. And we were like, what the hell's happening? Finally, we get a hold of the front desk. And then we realize he left.
But like we were like, what if he's waiting around the corner for us to
So we
open the
didn't want to
door?
open the door either. We also didn't know if it was like a mad OnlyFans subscriber or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
So like we were like, well, is there something we know? Like what did I say to you?
But we call security finally. We get through to them. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, this guy literally came up to our apartment. First of all, how did he get up to our floor? Because you have to have a key card to get up to our floor.
It's like a fob.
And the security guy was like, I stepped away to the bathroom, so he must have went through. And I was like, regardless, how did he get up to our floor? Like, that's crazy.
In the elevator.
On the elevator, yeah. This man could not walk up all those flights.
No.
And he was like, I don't know. And then the guy walks past as we're talking to the security guard. And he's like, oh, is it like this older white guy? And I was like, yeah. And he starts talking to him. And you just hear this guy go back and forth. Apparently his name was like Marty or something.
Yeah, my name is Marty and I'm looking for Brian.
And we were like, who the fuck is Brian?
Fakest name ever.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not real.
I was looking for John Smith, actually. It was so scary.
Yeah, so he was like, I'm looking for Brian. He owes me money.
Like,
and he was
what
like,
the
I'm
fuck?
a DJ and Brian owes me money or something. And we were like, there's no Brian. He's like, I know Brian lives in that apartment. And he's like, I'm looking, the security guard's like having an argument with this guy. And he's like, I looked up, there's no person by that name in the entire building.
Oh, shit.
But it was like, how did you assume that it was like a guy's apartment at like our apartment number and our exact floor? And then he came down and like you just let yourself up. It was so sketchy.
It was really sketchy. And they didn't have like any answers as to how that happened.
And we were like, yeah, don't know if we should report it to the police, like if he was going to come back. Like,
yeah. Not like call 911. Just make a police report for documentation.
For documentation in case he comes here and murders us. If we can get security footage of what he looks like and his name and the story and our apartment number, and we say, here you go. If we die, we got our first suspect.
We call Joey and Miggy because we're freaking out. They're not even in Florida. We were just freaking out. And we wanted to hear people.
We were like, you won't believe what just happened to us.
And they like calmed us down. But something similar happened to them, actually. So we were like, is he just going around high-rise apartments in Miami and like terrorizing random units? Like, what the fuck?
But also, why do they know that it's our unit and their unit? And I'm like, are we connected? What are we a part of?
Maybe he's telepathic.
So this is a warning. If you send somebody after us, or if this is you, you're messing with the wrong people.
If this is fucking you, Marty, I'm gonna send you back to the future, bitch.
Oh, God.
Like, you're gonna fucking, yeah. But the next day we get this package in the mail and it like wasn't addressed. It was addressed to Jamie.
And it was at Jamie Lee and Emily.
Oh, really?
And I was like, who the fuck called me Jamie Lee?
Besides your sister.
Besides myself. Yeah.
Yeah. And we open it and it's a fucking pink taser. And we were like, who sent us a taser?
And
That's
we're just
so
like,
random.
I'm like, we're doing it. And then Emily's like, you should tase me.
No, I think you're like, I'm going to tase you because I turned it on. I figured out how to make it go. And you're like, Emily. And you start creeping towards me. I was like, ah!
I'm like, should we do it for a video? Should we just tase ourselves? I have extra mattresses. We could put a mattress down.
That's true.
And just tase ourselves onto a mattress.
Mickey, you want to be part of this?
I 100% want to be part of it. That's why I brought up the story. I wanted to introduce the taser to the family.
Oh, okay.
What are your New Year's resolutions, Emily?
I actually don't have any New Year's resolutions. I don't necessarily believe in New Year's resolutions. I think they can be a good tool, but I also feel like having to delegate, like change to a specific period of the year. It's kind of like, oh, I'll start my diet on Monday. It's like, well, why not start it today? It's Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why not start working out today? Why does it have to be confined to a specific day? I do understand that it can be motivational, so I'm not like trying to detract. I just personally am like trying to accept like parts of myself that I may not like. And if I'm accepting them in September and trying to change them in September, I don't want to wait until December or January. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I totally get that. I feel like New Year's, like, it's kind of like when somebody loses a bunch of weight really quickly and they're like, I lost all this weight, look at my journey. And then they don't realize that they have to continue that habit forever and they just like gain it back. Like, that's what New Year's resolutions, like that energy, it reminds me of.
I've definitely done that before. I've like lost 15 pounds and then gained it all back the next week because I wasn't keeping up with those habits.
Yeah, I think you're right. Exactly. Like, I'll start Monday. I feel like I'm constantly living in New Year's resolutions. Like, it isn't a time period. It's like there isn't a time period where I'm not focused on that. Do you know what I mean? Like, in different aspects of my life and trying to better myself. Mm-hmm. Except in the end of December, that's when I crash mentally and I have to recoup.
Every year.
So, like, January is the fresh start, but it's like I've been doing it all year. And in December, I still am, like, trying to do my best with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to like, my New Year's resolution used to be like, always strive to improve yourself. And I'm like, that's good. But isn't that also like a little toxic? There's healing, but you also have to learn how to be content with where you're at and know that like what you're learning.
I'm not content with this.
But like, yeah, you have to, it's good to constantly be growing and working on yourself. But also if you never forgive yourself and I'm like, I'm bad where I'm at now, there are things that led you to that point and now you're working on getting better.
Yeah, I struggle with that. I struggle with like, I think I'm in that mindset of like always trying to improve myself because trying to get out of like a bad situation and feel safe, like that's my safety net. Self-improvement is what keeps me able to pay my bills and like eat and all this stuff. And when I lived in a time and grew up in a time where that wasn't always accessible and like life was really hard, I had to be the best. Otherwise I wasn't going to get out of it. Mm-hmm. So for me, and it ends up being super toxic because I'm never just satisfied with where I'm at. I never am like, wow, look how much you've accomplished.
Exactly.
Look at where you've grown. Take some time to enjoy the fucking scenery and the flowers and your life that you have created, and it's going to be okay. I'm literally always in the mindset of like, oh no, like something bad's going to happen. And if I don't do better, I'm not a good person.
Yes.
And whatever it is. And that's exhausting. Mentally.
Yes. Yeah. That was a much better explanation than what I was trying to say, but I think we had the same thought. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. But I think for somebody getting started, maybe you haven't lived your life that way and you use this time to make a New Year's resolution.
Which is awesome.
Just know it's not something that like turns off, really. Like if you want to be healthy and go to the gym, like you can't just be healthy and go to the gym for 3 months, 6 months out of the year. Like find something that allows you to be consistent. If that means you go to the gym once a week for a year, you're better off doing that than going to the gym 5 days a week for a month.
Even if you change and you're, instead of going up an escalator, you take the stairs.
Yeah.
Or instead of going 5 flights up on the elevator, you take the stairs and then go the rest of the way on the elevator. Like, little changes can be so good for you.
And I think when you start small, it makes it a lot more, I guess, digestible. It doesn't seem like it's such a big deal.
So daunting.
So
Yeah.
daunting. Like, oh, I have to do this. And like, I have to completely heave like all the, I don't know what I'm saying. Like, I have to, like, you have to change your life. Like, and it's a huge drastic change. You know what I mean? It's like just more seamless and it becomes easier. I'm reading a book called, it's by Jen Sincero. She does You Are a Badass, and then there's You Are a Badass at Making Money, and I think this is called Badass Habits, and it talks about the science of like what is a habit and how do you form them. And a habit is something that you can do, kind of like muscle memory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I get into a car and I know already what to do. I'm not thinking about what I have to do. It just happens because of those small changes and consistency over time that allows it to
doing it
become
over and over and over.
like more focused. And so I think take that into consideration when you're making your New Year's resolutions this year, and just start forming good habits. I think that's the key. You don't need to have like this huge goal in mind. I think goal setting is important. I think the goal setting and the goal achievable comes when you form the right habits slowly over time.
Yeah. And setting goals is fucking fantastic. Writing it down is great. I think people struggle a lot with breaking down their goals. I feel like that's really hard for a lot of people, where you have like a big sweeping idea of what you want, but what will really get you there is the smaller steps, and breaking it down into those steps that are, like you said, digestible and easy to keep doing is what stops people from really getting those big things.
How do you do that yourself though?
I feel like an outline. I like things when I can write it down with a pen and paper. There's
too.
something about that brain hand connection that really like gets me.
I know, I totally.
So like writing down the big idea, and then literally like you're in fucking elementary school breaking it down with like little bubbles that lead, and then you break it down all the way down to the first thing you do.
That makes sense. So like if your goal was to lose 30 pounds this year, how I would do that, I'd be like, okay, well, 30 pounds divided by 12, what do I have to lose each month? Is that even possible? Is my goal realistic?
Yeah.
Smart goals.
Because you should, you should probably, unless you're, I know it's easier when you're, what am I saying? Humans can healthily lose like 2 to 4 pounds a month, right? Like that's safe for us. I don't think we can lose much more than that while being healthy.
Yeah,
and
you'll
our
gain it
bodies.
super fast. Yeah.
Okay.
Back. It's like extreme measures, like you can, and that's what bodybuilders do and shit. But it takes a lot of commitment and dedication and discipline. And you know, my mental health is not at the point where I can do that. But yeah, like how many? If you want to lose 4 pounds a month, okay, so that's a pound a week. So then it's like, okay, how do I do that? Here are some. What do I like doing to get myself moving? What are the small changes I can do every day? The first thing that people think is I want to lose the weight. I need to go to the gym 5 days a week, every day, and for an hour and a half, and run a mile every single day. And they think that's like a lot. But the small changes is like if you just started day one, take stairs every single time instead of the elevator. Walk more to places instead of going into your car. Switch out your mayo for like avocado like mayo, or like little things that you can make with your food, and those add up so much with like the amount of calories that you're burning and the amount of calories that you're putting in, which you don't even realize that will, like, if you just walk more every single day, you don't have to go to the gym 5 days a week. I lost all that weight last year going to the gym for 1 hour, and most of the time I was late, so it was like 45 minutes and that includes the warm-up. So like I'm really working out for like a half hour 3 times a week, and I just made small changes and I lost a lot of weight. Like you don't have to like go all in, because when you go all in, I would never have kept up with going to the gym and losing weight if I had to do that every day.
Because it's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable
for a lot of people.
Yeah. So, and I think that's like the same thing with any goals. Like we are doing the podcast. We want sponsors. We want to be on other people's podcasts. We want to grow our social media. There's so many big goals, but we have to break that down. What are the steps every single day that we need to do? Who do we need to reach out with? What kind of content do we need to make?
Yeah.
We have to be aligned with that. We have to want to do it, like there's so many smaller steps, but I think writing it out, and that's like what we've been spending, the past couple weeks doing is going to be really helpful.
It's key for sure.
Also, I don't know why. Maybe I'm just like a miserable person. I made one and I hated myself for it, but like those like 2021 year cap and review, I hate them. And
you hate them?
I hate them, but I bit this year.
I bit this year too because I'm a content creator. I have to fucking make content on the holidays, and I hate holidays. I'm literally a Grinch. I'm not a holiday person. I didn't have a good family life. Those were not good times. They were very sad times, and I think it's capitalistic, and I can just go on and on and on. But so I was like, all right, I'll make it. But I just think everyone makes them, and it's literally just different videos of them drinking in different settings, and I'm like, wow, your whole year you got drunk. Congrats. They're like, look at how fun and awesome my life is, and I'm with my friends. I'm like, you're literally hammered in every single one of these videos.
I didn't make one because I lost my phone, my other phone.
Yeah.
All of the photos didn't save to my iCloud, so I don't have anything from the beginning of the year to August.
Oh, shit.
It's okay. It was shitty quality because I had a 7.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have looked good.
Yeah.
But
I like the ones where they're people are traveling and you get to see all their places.
Those are cool.
That's a cool video. But what I'm saying when I hate them is people who literally just post them different versions of them clubbing or drinking.
That shows how ingrained alcohol is in our society.
It's so ingrained.
That's what you show to show you had a good year.
And you know what? When I looked at mine, besides the comedy ones, which I was definitely drunk for on stage.
I was too.
I was drunk in every video too. So maybe I'm just projecting and hate myself. But yeah.
We're projecting our own insecurities.
At least we're not in our hometowns doing it.
We are not.
Oh God, I know. I feel like as an adult, hometowns is college and a little post-college. But after that, it's even me just leaving Boston. Boston's not my hometown. I live 45 minutes south of Boston. But I was in Boston, and I was in the Boston, setting and party scene, and I'm just, so happy to be away from it.
Even though we moved to Miami, where partying is, a part of the culture.
I party less being in Miami, though.
And it also,
I stay in my apartment more in Miami.
It adds a little variety to your yearly wrap-up, too, when you leave your hometown.
Yeah.
Because I thought the same thing. I saw a lot of, my hometown friends' wrap-ups, and it looks the same exact as the past 4, 5, 27 years.
Oh,
it's all the
shit.
same
Literally.
places, same shit, same people. So.
Yeah.
I saw someone from my hometown post one on TikTok. I think they were just in my contacts because this is my personal phone. So I've had this iCloud since high school or since whenever. And I saw hers, and it was literally the same. It was all the same people doing the same hometown stuff. And I was just ugh.
I don't know.
I'm just so happy, and it's so funny because they all made fun of me. Everyone in high school made fun of me, because everyone was Hull kids. I'm from the town Hull, Mass. So anyone who's listening, fuck Hull, Mass. Honestly, fuck most of the people in it.
I would not fuck most of the people in
I
it.
wouldn't either. They all just fuck each other. It's an incestual town. But no, I don't hold any bitterness. It's just I'm very happy to be out of it. And I was made fun of for not being a part of that hometown vibe and wanting to leave. And I'm why do you want to stay?
We gotta go.
It's because sometimes I think that stuff it's all people have or think they have. So they hold on to it as tight as they can, and they live the rest of their life off of what high school was.
Yeah. People really do peak in high school, and they're like, well, this is it for me. I was the quarterback once. I'm done.
And it's that's literally 10% of your life.
I know. High school is only 4 years. Like, that's nothing.
Yeah.
I think it's so rooted in like old school thinking, though. Like just 60 years ago, the only thing you had to do was go to school and then get a career and then support your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But things changed. People still want to listen to their grandparents, though.
I know. I don't even feel like I'm at my peak yet.
No.
I literally feel like I'm just a seed.
We're just
sprouting
entering our
through-
primes.
I'm not even in my prime.
No.
I'm like, I feel like I get hotter every year.
Literally.
Mentally, physically, energetically.
Sexually. Everything.
Oh yeah, the sex I have now is whew. Was not having sex like that, and I thought I was good in bed before. But now I just take it and the sex is great.
Now you got to get out of your hometown and you'll get good dick.
Yeah.
That's the moral of the story
Yeah.
for everybody out there.
It was just like the worst when there was like that one hot guy in your hometown and you just know he's fucked like everyone in every grade. And then like maybe has like an STD. And then you're just like, oh, it just seems so dirty to me. Fucking people in your hometown seems dirty as fuck.
I went out with that guy for me like in high school who I thought was so cute and so cool. I went out with him like 4 years later and he literally looked like a thumb. He could not put together an intelligent, like humorous sentence to save his life. And did I mention he looked like a thumb? Like, it was bad.
Oh, Mr. Thumb Thumb.
Yeah.
Remember when I went on a date with the guy who was like 6 years older than me when I was in high school?
The lawyer guy.
Yeah, he's a lawyer now.
And he wouldn't even
now,
Uber you to the date.
No, and he's a fucking lawyer. And he was like, I don't Uber girls. And I literally go, blocked. I just blocked him and never answered. And then I looked at my computer because apparently it doesn't block on your computer. And he messaged me a bunch. And I saw him again while we were out. And he was on a date with another girl. Remember when we were at Paza?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I blocked him and just ghosted him.
I
Because
bet he didn't Uber her there.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Well, she was ugly anyways. He's obviously not. He was hot in high school and then. But that was because I was in high school and he was way older. So I'm like, older college boy.
Oh, so sexy.
I hope you didn't think I was hot because I was in high school.
He probably did.
That's also the thing that you were saying was weird about my hometown. Everyone older dates younger.
Yeah. I feel like that's like super prevalent in smaller hometowns.
Oh, yeah. Like you could be a senior in high school dating a freshman in high school, and then you'd keep dating when you were a freshman in college, and then they were a sophomore, and that was normal.
Yeah, I remember that being like
But that's considered like assault now.
that was like a scandal at my high school. One of the girls was dating this guy, and she was like a fucking sophomore, and he was a sophomore in college. And I was like, oh, girl. Oh, honey.
See, I was a junior, and he was a freshman in college. But we started dating my freshman year. My high school sweetheart. And
Yeah.
that wasn't weird.
No.
It was definitely not assault. And we both, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was not even close to what people would be like. But if I was like, oh, yeah, I dated someone when they were in college and I was in high school, immediately your mind goes there. And I'm like, I know, even though everyone in our hometown was like, when are you guys getting married? Like, everyone was on board for the relationship. They love, like, you know?
Imagine marrying the first person. Well, you guys are different. But
Imagine not having a break in between it.
exactly. Like the first person you dated, I feel like you got to open yourself up a little bit. And
Oh, my God. I'm so happy I'm not in that relationship. I literally look back and I'm like, I felt so bad for breaking his heart. And to this day, like, I have so much love for him, like, as a person and a human being. And I, like, wish him the absolute best in the world. But, and we don't talk or anything, but, like, I discovered who I was and what I liked and what I wanted outside of that. And I didn't have the chance to do that in a relationship. You know what I mean? Yeah. And also, I would have been a military wife. I would have been on base with other military wives with my live, laugh, love signs. And I would have fucking hated myself. Look at me now. I do drugs and I swear and I smoke on the internet.
I don't think you would have been. I don't think you would have made it to
I think I would have killed myself. I literally think I would have offed myself.
Yeah.
And his mom didn't like me and I didn't have a family. So I would have just felt very alone.
Yeah.
You would have been a wino.
I haven't had wine since like yesterday. I remember dating my high school sweetheart, and we took like sexy pictures, and I looked at myself in them that he took of me, and he's like, "You're so beautiful." I'm like, whatever. And we had this, like, he got me this really nice hotel room before he, like, moved across country and shit. And then a 7-course, like, fine dining experience. Ooh. Like, we had a night. And so I was in lingerie, and he took pictures of me. And I literally was like, oh, I look like a tub. Like, I am a barrel of a human. And I got super laser focused. And I was like, I never want to, like, look and feel that way about myself ever again. And I did the fitness thing, and I stuck with it.
Hell yeah.
Until I tore my LCL, but so I couldn't really work out, and I gained all that weight I lost back. But I stuck with it for that year and got wicked active and started eating better and like completely transformed my body.
Hell yeah.
But I think the toxic positivity part of it made it not sustainable for me. Because I feel like toxic positivity teaches you to like not feel the bad things even when you're feeling them, instead of letting it flow. And
you have
so
to
then
feel every emotion.
When you push emotions away, they'll come hitting you like a fucking train. You know?
They will.
And that definitely happened to me.
It's like you're bottling up soda. It's all gonna spew out. You just gotta feel it and let it pass through.
So what are we not accepting in 2022?
Fuck boys.
Fuck boys. Well, I have a boyfriend, so I can't.
Yeah. I mean, even just fuck boys and like speaking to you. Like,
our ex is coming back.
Literally. Oh God. Oh my God. This guy was like messaging me, and he was like, I don't want to like give you a story to talk about on the podcast. And I was like, oh, you're going on the podcast, buddy. Like, you're going on the podcast.
The moment you say it's not going on the podcast,
like, I'm going to say shit. Yeah. And he was like, oh, I'm a fuckboy. And I was like, okay, I'm not interested. And I was like, holy shit. Would Emily from 2021 have done that? Like, or would she have accepted the attention?
And been like, this is a challenge.
Yeah. Because I found myself being like, wait, this is like the guy who I liked in high school. But that guy was a fucking dick to me. Why did I like him? Because I liked the validation I got.
But it's not even validation. It's false validation.
It is. So I don't need that. We don't need that in 2022.
We don't need false validation.
We need real validation from ourselves.
Yes, from ourselves. But also, if you are looking for validation from somebody, at least have it be good validation where they're supportive, they are understanding, they're communicating with you, they tell you that you're doing the right like job, and they lift you up when you're down. Like, that's good validation.
Yes.
You know? But make sure they're not being manipulative behind that.
You know that thing that guys do where they like text you and then they don't text you and then they text you like 2 weeks later?
Yeah.
And we don't need that either in 2022.
No. That's what guys do. They pull back to get you to come to them. And it's literally how they hold power in relationships. We're not accepting that.
No.
If you're not going to show up and you're going to enter my life, you enter my life with good intention, and otherwise don't enter it at all. Like,
it's basic respect, honestly.
Yeah, we respect ourselves too much to let somebody to be wishy-washy with us. And if like I have friends and girlfriends who complain about guys, and they're like, well, he stopped texting me, and then I did this, and then this happened with a friend and whatever, and like he made me cry this time, but he was so good this time. And it's like, we're not accepting that.
No.
It just isn't. It either is working and you're happy and you both communicate, or literally that person shouldn't be in your life. We don't need to have somebody around and be codependent because we don't want to be alone.
No.
In 2022, we are being okay with being alone.
Yeah.
Learn to love alone time. If you're bored, it's because you don't know how to handle your own thoughts, and now you have to face everything that you've been avoiding. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to face everything we've been avoiding. We're going to fucking feel it, cry, be depressed for 4 weeks. But then guess what? It's gone and it's done with. And you will be so much more at peace.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree. We were talking. Oh, were you saying something? We were sort of talking in terms of like what we're not accepting from guys. But we do want to make this segment like unisex. You know, this can be for anyone. So what are we just not point blank accepting regardless of gender?
Disrespect.
Okay. I like that. That's it.
Yeah. If someone disrespects you and you react and they don't like it, you literally have to say to them, and I've seen this like everywhere, but it's like, oh, are you under the assumption that I allow people to treat me that way? Or are you asking for me to make an exception for you?
I like that.
Because some people say things and you're literally like, what the fuck? And I'm not going to react and be like, what the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you under the assumption that people talk to me that way? Or you ask me to make an exception and it puts it back on them? Because those type of people, they want it to be on you and you to take the blame. And we're not tolerating that.
No.
Okay.
We're also not taking blame for shit that wasn't ours to take.
Yes.
Like if people are deflecting and you're in an argument and they're pushing it back on you, it's not really good in a relationship. It's not healthy.
No. I think the issue is just so many people are hurt and not healed and they don't even know when to look for those red flags or like what to do or that they're the problem, you know?
Yeah. A lot of people are stuck thinking that everything is not their fault. Like it happens to them. Mm-hmm. Everything happens to them as opposed to maybe them having a hand in it. And sometimes you have to face uncomfortable truths about yourself.
Yeah. I remember I got upset with Mr. Robotong on Halloween because he like didn't answer me at all. Like didn't text, didn't call me, like nothing. Mm-hmm. And even my friend, like Manny, saw him and was like, oh, he was just like drunk in a Spider-Man costume having fun. Like, and I'm like sitting there thinking he's cheating on me. And because I got triggered, like, because in past relationships, that meant I was being cheated on and shit. So I get upset and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're not communicating with me and you didn't call me. And I'm putting all this blame on him. But it's like, yo, bro, he was just trying to have a boys' night. And I was insecure. And that's on me. Yeah. It's not always that person. Just because you feel hurt doesn't make it somebody else's fault.
No, but your hurt is okay. You're allowed to feel that and then work through it. Mm-hmm. Like you did.
Absolutely. How much have we been recording?
Holy shit.
Okay, let's talk about Betty White.
Oh, God. Betty White died.
I know. On another note.
I literally was calling my sister and then I seen a TikTok that was like Betty White died. And I was like, no, this happens like every 3 months. Somebody says that Betty White died.
And but Betty White actually, she gone.
I go on Google. I'm like, did Betty White die? And I'm scrolling through all of these verified people. It's like the Shade Room, like all of this shit saying she's dead. And then I get to LeVar Burton and I'm like, oh my God, LeVar Burton said she's dead. She's definitely dead. Like it's done for.
You follow Reading Rainbow guy?
Well, I mean, obviously. Who's that?
Sorry.
Wait, do you remember that show? He was like this really sweet guy and he would just read books to kids. I loved him.
Take a look. It's in a book. It's Reading Rainbow.
He's really cute.
I've never.
But I was like, he said it, we're done for. He would never lie about something so serious.
I think the irony is that People Magazine like put out her 100th birthday and how she stays like healthy.
I know. She was 2 weeks away from her 100th.
Yeah, I think she did that to say fuck you with the world.
Somebody was saying
when Kobe died.
Yeah, that Kobe died right before the pandemic started. That was so sad, by the way.
I know.
And then Betty White died. She sacrificed herself.
She sacrificed herself to end the pandemic.
Wait.
What do you think, folks?
Betty White. I hope you're looking down on us. You're thinking of us, and we love her.
Wait, so Betty White, I sent you. Hold on, let me find it.
I have to pee while you find it. Impressive, but not as good as the one I did earlier.
If you want to hear me burp, follow me on OnlyFans. I was gonna say.
I thought you were gonna burp again.
I was gonna try to come. I was like, should I try to fart into the mic?
I cannot fart or burp on purpose.
I was at Mr. Robotong's house and I'd be like, I have to fart. And he'd be like, okay. And then I'd go, and he's like, what are you doing? And he's like, are you trying to force a fart out? And I would make the face. I'm like, I was doing it as a joke, but I thought it was funny. Okay. When you think of Betty White, like what do you feel? Like, who do you think she is? What's she known for?
Grew up watching the Golden Girls. So like I know her as oh my God, so good. I know her as Rose and Island. And just like this who plays this like sweet, like she came from like Nebraska, like some Midwest like small town, and she's just sweet and like sassy and just like a cute
Like
little like
wholesome.
60-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's known for being wholesome. Well,
America's grandma.
America's grandma. Fucking A, what happened? Did you know that she started her career by posing nude in the 1940s?
So if her team is listening, I Googled this, and it also could be just a rumor that was started because she denied it. And
There's
so did her
literally nude
management
photos.
team. I know, Photoshop. But that would be cool if she started off her career like literally doing pin-up shit and shit that was considered
You think this is photoshopped? All these?
People are so good at Photoshop.
Her body looks the exact same, so they must have taken the same body of somebody else. But she was once a sex worker, apparently. And she denied that? But do you think she denied that because of society's...
That's what I wonder.
Do you know
like
what I mean?
That could totally be it.
Like, in her time and people of her generation would not
even in
accept
our
her.
time, it's
but
people aren't
even-
accepting of it.
But even less in her time, so it's, like, even harder because you're, like, in that,
Yeah.
your generation.
She made a pivot into TV, and then I could see
There's
her.
all these pictures of her nude, though, with hearts
She
covering
looks
her nips.
good.
So,
She has a little booty.
yeah. I wonder if the comments say anything.
But she was super hot.
The classic pinup. Someone said she actually started her career as a child on a kids show.
Oh, shit.
She was in school productions, and then afterwards was in the radio. People are saying all the stuff. Pretty
What's
sure
that?
this is just a rumor and not her, just a model that kind of looks like her.
What'd you say, Meg?
That don't mean she can't do a little nude shoots on the side.
Well,
Yeah.
we saw this post, and it was like Betty White basically posed nude and was a sex worker. And now people are saying it might be rumors and whatever, and it's someone who just looks like her. But either way, you know, let Betty White's death be a win for sex workers. Wait, that came out wrong.
Thanks to Betty White, sex workers are now thriving.
They're thriving. We are taking her as a role model.
Yeah. Who knows? We're going to have our own Golden Girls one day.
That's I think Sex and the City.
Oh, yeah. People were making comparisons between the new Sex and the City, right? I've never seen that.
The new Sex and the City is, I think, wrong because they made one of the characters like super into I don't know. She hates technology. So the one that's like super good with technology and knows a bunch of technology, and she's at the front of technology during her time when it was made. The character that is her in the future one doesn't understand technology at all.
Interesting.
Like doesn't know how to work a computer and shit. And it's like that's not her character
That
at all.
doesn't make sense. My dad, like, was super into technology, and he's kept up with it. Like, he's better at me than computers.
Really?
Yeah, he's so good. He, like, makes websites for fun.
Yeah. I used to do that. I used to code for fun to drown out the abuse happening in the background.
But yeah, we're very, very upset about Betty White. Personally, I cried. But you know what? I'm happy she is no longer in pain and that she died peacefully, because I'm sure being 99 is not easy,
No.
regardless of having the best
She looked
healthcare.
great too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone's like, protect Dolly Parton, and I'm like, yeah, we gotta protect Dolly Parton. We love that lady.
I feel like she gives the same energy as Betty White. Like everyone
She
just
does.
loves Betty White. There's anyone, she's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But
She has like a book charity where she sends books out every like week to kids in like Kentucky where she grew up. There was a fire in her hometown. She paid for like 20 families like new houses or whatever. I don't know. She's great.
oh,
She's a sweet lady.
I love that.
And like nobody sees her husband because he doesn't want to be part of the spotlight. So when they go out, she has her natural brown hair and she's like, nobody ever knows it's me. So she keeps her husband out of the spotlight.
Wait, so is it a wig that she wears?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she talked about it on like a show. Somebody was like, "How long does it take you to do your hair?" And she was like, "I don't know. This isn't even mine." Like they do.
That's
it
Dolly.
before.
Are you talking about Dolly Parton?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Betty White.
Oh no. I think Betty White's hair was real.
Oh, I just got so confused. All right. Well,
Two white ladies. It's easy to mix them up.
I guess we could pivot and get into Stoney baloney.
Stoney baloney. Are we stonied enough to be baloney?
I think we're gonna get high really quick, and then we're gonna take a quick little break, and then we'll see you
on the flippity flop.
We'll see you in 5 seconds, but for us, it'll be 15 minutes. All right, now for
Stoney baloney.
So we're gonna do. What's the name of the game today, Miguel?
We're going to start off with a nice little round of word association to warm us up. So in this game,
Okay.
we're just going to go around off of a word
Okay.
that I say, and the first one to stutter gets lashed.
Lashed?
Lashed with a
Like
wet
beat?
noodle.
Oh,
I would think.
that's not bad.
I thought you were like that could have been really bad there.
Yeah, no. The word is lash.
Clash. that was a rhyme.
Okay, I lost that round.
Wait,
All right,
I
that's
feel like
fair.
I need a bowl.
Lash.
There we go. Bowl of cereal for Emily, please.
Emily is taking a bowl hit. She hasn't taken a bowl hit in 6
It's
years.
1992.
If I recall, Emily said, I
Wait, there's
hate
still
glass.
stuff in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do hate glass.
But honestly, it gets you higher, I feel like. I took like 2 hits and I'm like, okay.
And that's cracking that pipe.
You said it was a crack pipe and it's like yellow like a crack pipe. Wait, David and his friend Mason, when they were here, my brother, said that our whole floor reeks of weed. And I didn't realize it until I left with them and I came back in and we had freshly smoked and I was like, whoa, you got like hit in the face with a cloud of weed. And I just don't know if we're too much of stoners to realize it. But they were like, it's so strong. Like the moment you open the elevator doors down the hall, you can smell it.
Today I didn't notice, so maybe it just depends on how much you're smoking during the day. But my floor smells like weed all the time, and I thought it was me, but I just realized I have like 3 neighbors that every time their door opens, smoke pours out. So
Yeah. Other people get high. I hope.
unless they knock your door down, just blame it on the neighbor.
Blame it on the goose.
All right,
Got to
I'm
feel
high,
loose.
and I'm ready for some
I'm ready to rumble.
some games.
Okay.
Okay.
The word
Not bad.
we are associating is beach,
Pool,
Ocean.
towel.
wet,
Dirty.
Wait. Crabs?
Dirty?
Yeah.
What?
Why'd you get
Was
crabs?
that a stumble?
Chlamydia.
What, should we count that as a stumble?
Mine?
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say? You stumbled?
Wait, no, but I also have ADHD brain. Like I mumble over all my words.
That's okay. We'll let this one slide.
Don't discriminate me based on mental health. Jesus,
Oh yeah, this
Miguel.
is
Wow, it's a disability that goes against the ADA.
we're all inclusive on this podcast.
Okay, next word.
The word is Camry.
Car.
Camry?
Yeah.
Toyota.
Car,
Wheels.
bus,
Car.
Engine.
car.
Dirty.
Should that count?
Can I not say car twice?
I guess we'll let that one slide too.
You didn't give me these rules, okay? I'm just outsmarting you here.
We
You're
have
right,
to
you're
set
right.
up expectations beforehand.
Okay. No repetitions.
Okay.
No. No.
No, those are just my throat noises.
I'm gonna go through the
That's-
whole
okay,
vowels
okay.
like oh, and sometimes why?
This is just a warm up, guys. We haven't even gotten into the real game.
Fuck.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought we started.
This.
All right, this is round 1.
Ding, ding, ding.
The word is lollipop.
Suck.
Dick.
Candy.
Pop.
Yum. Round 2.
Round
ding,
2.
ding.
Okay,
Ding.
so for this game, we're going back to test our mental connections
Okay.
telepathically. I'm going to say a word,
Yeah.
and you guys are going to say a word at the same time.
The same word?
You'll
Hopefully.
go 1, 2, 3, and then
Yeah.
we say it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to test your connection to see if you say the same
Well, we're
word.
touching knees
Give
right
us
now.
give us. Should we touch hands?
I think mine should
Touch
claim me
hands.
for that.
Okay, fine.
Close your eyes, put your noggins together.
Okay, so wait, we have like 10 seconds to think of a word.
Okay. The word is track. 1, 2, 3.
House.
Meat.
Hot meat.
Like a track meet.
Track meat.
Did you say trap?
No, I said track.
I
I
thought you said trap, so I said house.
trap house.
And I said
meat.
track meet.
Meat house.
I think we're on the same page.
Yeah, because you were both thinking of places to.
There. Yeah.
Okay. The next word is wheel. 1, 2, 3.
House.
Bus.
House again.
Wheel and house?
Wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the wheels on the house go round and round.
The wheels on the bus.
They do go round and round.
Well, some houses have wheels too. We don't discriminate. How do you think this is going?
Like the wheels in my brain need to start turning.
Okay, I have faith in this one.
Okay.
Hem hem. I'm awake. I promise.
Sorry, I just needed to get that out.
The word is 2 girls.
One
One
blunt. Wow, that was so good. How did we guess
I
that?
have no idea. I'm proud of us.
Yeah. I was expecting Emily to say house.
I'm surprised we didn't say 1 cup.
No, true.
Honestly, I just heard you starting to say it, and I just hopped on the bandwagon a little late, and I was like, yeah. I thought that too.
That podcast. I've heard of them.
Okay. Well,
This has been a great Stoney baloney.
a great episode.
Did we get too high?
No such thing.
There's no such thing, but now we're going to start the next episode.
Woo woo!
And we'll see you fuckers next. Well, no, hold on. I can't say that because that's Call Her Daddy. We'll cut that section.
Yeah.
Also cut the part about me talking about having sex with children.
Okay.
I laughed and I got a cramp.
There's some chocolate in this blanket or something. Is that poop?
Who pooped on the blanket?
Lola. Okay. If you guys liked this podcast, if you're listening to us on Haze Radio, which most of you are, so all I need you to do is take out your phone, which you're already on because you're listening to the radio, and go to Apple Podcasts and just leave us a 5-star review, please. Like, write a review about what you think about the episodes and everything. And please follow us on Instagram. It would mean the world. We need to get our followers up. We literally have like 675,000 of you listening every month. And
If 10% of you follow us,
yeah, that's all we're asking.
that's all we're asking.
2 girls, 1 blunt pod
That's it.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then DM us or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't send us a dick pic.
We'll respond back.
We will.
So yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on another episode. 2 Girls, 1 Blunt.
Yeah, and if you want to see our titties, subscribe to our OnlyFans. OnlyFans.com/Jamie Lee Comedy and OnlyFans.com/Emily Chestnut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it.
What's your problem?
Your New Year's resolution should be, how many times can I come to their titties?
And the answer is a lot.
A lot.
So find out and send us the number.
And help us continue affording this podcast.
We will see you filthy fucking stoners next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right. Let's get into it.